Hello, my name is James Lawrence and I'm an Implementation Service Manager at Revisto. Today I'm going to walk you through the basic functionality of the 3D area within Revisto. To begin with, I'm going to show you the basic navigation tools by showing you how to navigate this rooftop plant room. Zooming in and zooming out can be done by using your middle mouse button, and wherever your mouse is pointing, it will automatically zoom you to that area within the project. To pan around an area, simply hold your middle mouse button and you can pan up, down, and left or right. To orbit around an item, simply hold your left mouse button down and orbit around the item. Holding your right mouse button will allow you to statically view in a 360 gyroscopic environment. To fly through the project, hold W to move forward and your mouse as an interactive view. A will take you left, S backwards, and D right. By hitting the walk command or spacebar will take you into the walk mode. The same principles apply for the navigation. By holding W to move forward, A will take you left, S backwards, and D right. By scrolling into a specific area within the project, we can click on the toggle issue pins. This will allow you to see any issues which are associated with this point within the project and the 3D environment. To access it, simply double click the issue and it will take you to the issue within the issue tracker. Across the top toolbar, we're going to have a look at the object tree. The object tree gives us a list of all the models which are loaded within the project. By expanding on a list, we'll take you through the model hierarchy as exported from the native software. By clicking on a model, right-clicking will give you some conditioning tools. We can hide the model, we can right-click and unhide the model and view it back with the rest of the working models on the. The toolbar across the top allows us to search for specific elements by category by searching for an item and hitting enter. I've searched for the doors on the project. This now allows me to condition them as I see fit by isolating the doors out, isolating them in transparency with the rest of the models, adding a color, or I can reset and show all. I'm going to isolate the MEP model. Here we have our working MEP model. I'm going to search for pipe insulation and I'm going to hide that from the project. To review the properties, I can zoom in to any specific item, right click to show the properties, and I have all the properties available from my drop down. As you can see, all the information which is associated with this pipe is available for the user to review. I want to find the system classification of this pipework. By scrolling down to mechanical and expanding, I can find the system classification listed under the system name. By selecting a text string, I can right click and find the same objects with property values. This now allows me to isolate the sanitary pipework on the project. Remember, clicking the home icon will reset you back to the default view. I'm now going to navigate inside the building so we can take some measurements. measurements can be found across the top by clicking on the ruler. There are 5 types of measurements to take. The laser ranger will allow you to snap to a point to take the measurement, in this case floor to ceiling. The snapping tool will allow you to drag individual points and snap them to get the measurement as displayed. By going to perpendicular now allows us to control each individual node to take a measurement, in this case from floor to sill height. The minimum distance can be done by selecting 2 items and calculates the minimum distance between. The elevation can be done by dragging to a surface to pick the elevation of this item. And for the very last one, I'm going to zoom to the outside of the building, click on the slope tool, drag it to a surface. This now allows me to pick the slope of the ramp into the building. I can also pick from ratios to rise degrees and percentage. I'm now going to scroll into the building to show you how to take a sectioning tool within a specific area within Revizto by using this lift shaft as an example. Click the sectioning tool across the top, allows you to pick a specific method of taking a section. Double clicking to a surface will allow you to take a cut section through on the horizontal and the vertical. By picking 2 items, we can right click and fit a section box around selection, which allows us to automatically generate a section box around specific items. I now have to condition the view by picking the points, holding Control to allow me to view the section box through the item that we've generated. Viewpoints allows you to see every saved view on the project. To save a viewpoint, simply click on Save New Viewpoint, double click to give it a name, and if required, you can create a specific folder, double click to name, pick the view and drag it to the specific folder. I'm going to pick a specific model this time, the architect's model, and I'm going to hide it from this view so I can see the structural and the MEP together. To save the name viewpoint, simply click on Update Viewpoint, and that will now save the conditions by removing the architect's model and updating the viewpoint to suit. Again, clicking on the Home button will reset the view back to normal. The map icon across the top allows us to navigate using the 3D information from native models. The map icon effectively turns the 3D model into a 2D plan and allows us to select a specific level from the right-hand side based on the setup of the project. By selecting a specific level, Revizto will take a cut section based on the level extents, and once I scroll into an area, the room names appear. If I want to navigate to this specific area, I can simply double click and we're automatically within that area within the project. By going back to the map mode, we have a marker showing us exactly where we are within that project in time. To navigate using the project information, we can also use the rooms functionality across the top by selecting rooms. We can either scroll through each individual room or we can search for a specific room name. By selecting the room, again, will navigate us to that point automatically within the Revizto project. I can collapse my specific windows by hitting the Tab key. So no matter how many windows and panes I have open, how I have them conditioned to be able to see the full screen, simply hit on the tab and we will get back to having a full screen to review the 3D information. Across the top, load and unload models allows you to work with presets on the project so you can review a specific level of information on the project. By going to a preset, I can pick a specific model, in this case the structural, the fire and the electrical models. As you can see, it's picked those specific models, and once I click apply, we now have those models to work with. Presets are an incredibly powerful way of reviewing specific information on a project. Especially large projects which require a lot of models, simply create a preset for the models you require. This will allow you to navigate through them easily and reduce the power needed to run your computer. I hope you found this 3D information video incredibly helpful. Please refer to this whenever navigating or starting basic training. Thank you very much for your time.